Hello student, welcome to course on Internet and Web Technology. Course code is 1618503. So the first unit is review of network concept. From the first unit we will see that introduction to networking, which is lecture 1. So before going to enter into the lecture, we will see that content of the lecture. So first of all we will see that introduction. So definition of the network, basic local area networks images, and advantages and disadvantages of networks. Next we will see the network properties, categories of networks, and network characteristics. First of all we will see the introduction about networking. What is networking? Networking is nothing but it's a linking of two or more computing devices together, the purpose of sharing data. So the computer network consists of there are two or more computing devices that are connected in order to share the components of your network or resources and the information you store there, and you can retrieve the information from there. So the following figure that shows that basic concept of computer networks. So this is the one of the basic network architecture image. So in this image we can see there is a server and there is a two different workstation. So the server is connected to the while the other standalone PCs. Another one example basic local area network. So which is connected all the equipments with the computers. So there is a left side there is a server, and the server is connected to the switch or hub, and all the switch that is connected to the wireless access point and other direct workstation or computers. So the wireless access point that is give the wireless access to the wireless devices like laptop or mobile devices, etc. This is one of the local area basic architecture. Advantages of computer networks. There are different advantages of computer networks. So first one is peripherals. So peripherals such as printers that can be shared among the many different users. Maybe within the organization or outside the organization we can share the peripheral devices to different users. And the terminals are cheaper than standalone PCs. So and there is a we can share software can be shared amongst the different users. So and another one, the communication, it is one of the very important. It is very cheap and fast across the network. We can use to communicate and send the between the different users. We can send the mail and we can access share the files. We can share videos, photos, everything we can do it through this network. So it is very cheap and fast. So now we will see that what is the disadvantages of the computer network. So disadvantage of the computer networks is nothing but that is cabling. So wiring, it's very expensive, and install and replace everything is little expensive. So that is one of the disadvantage, and a fault with the server. So that is no, it will affect the whole network. So if the server will get fail, means the whole network will be affect. So that is one of the disadvantage, and the security measures are needed to restrict access to the network. So security measure is very important important in the network. So in wireless access area network, so there is a vulnerable to hackers and viruses. So we have to take prevention action against the hackers and virus affection. Now we will see network properties. Networks are usually classified using three different types of properties. The first one is topology, second one is protocol, third one is architecture. So topology, it is only specify the geometric arrangement of the network. Example, there is a different topologies we will see later. So the example is bus topology, ring topology, star topology, etc. So next one is protocol. The protocol nothing but it's a specified a common set of rules and signals the computers on the network to use to communicate. So example, there is a Ethernet is there. So mostly commonly the Ethernet is available in all computers for communication, and also token ring protocol can be used by the IBM company. So followed by next one is architecture. So network architecture is one of the important to design of a computer network. So it is a framework for specification of network and its physical components and its configuration and what are the operational principles and procedures. So and what are the communication protocol can be used in that architecture. So the network architecture mainly it is focused on the design of a computer networks. So there is a two different networks. So peer-to-peer networks and the client server architecture. So peer-to-peer architecture and the client server architecture. First of all, we will see that peer-to-peer networks. So peer-to-peer network model. So the both server and client operation are performed by the same computer. You can see these images. So all the node are connected each other. So in this network, there is no dedicated server and there is no hierarchy among the computers. Even there is no administrator responsible for the entire network. So user on each computer determine which data on data, sorry, which data that computer shared on the network. So here, if the computer 1 can share the data to the computer 2, at the same time, computer 2 share the data to the computer 1. Likewise, it will no, there is no administrator responsible, there is no dedicated server. So they will decide, the user will decide what data on that computer shared on the network. That is peer-to-peer networks. So here the advantages of peer-to-peer networks. So it is very easy to configure and the computer easy communicate very easy. So easy to communicate and there is no additional requirement of server hardware or software, and the user can manage their own resources. No need of any system administrator, and they don't require a network administrator. So they reduce total cost of network setup. So these are the advantages of peer-to-peer networks. There is some disadvantages of network peer-to-peer networks. So they provide a limited number of connections for shared resource. Some computers with the shared resource suffer from this that is sluggish performance. So they don't allow for central management. Even the it don't allow for the administrator, system administrator, to do any configuration anything. So user are responsible for managing resources like printer, shared directories, fax code, etc. So there is a no proper security. So it is offer very poor security. So this all the disadvantages of peer-to-peer networks. So next one is client server networks. So client server model, it is one of the important model. So that offer that centralized access to services and devices. So in this image, you can see there is a server. The server connected with the client, smartphones, laptop as well as PC. So this is the server play role of a, that is one computer that is play a role of a server. So and it is most common type of network architecture. This server, this type of client server model provide the data storage, security, maintaining of application and the network administration. So user can store the information to the server as well as the user can retrieve the information from the server based on the needs. Now we will see that the advantages of client server network. So there is a some of the advantages. So we can connect more than one user in that network. Security is one of the important part of this network. So all major server-based systems provide sophisticated security, and also it centralized administration. So because of that, the servers are centralized. Stability. So stability is nothing but that the client server network is designed to support a wide range of organization sizes. Based on the organization sizes, we can that is rearrange that network, and it is provide centralized backup where data can be stored in one server. Centralized backup. That is one of the important advantages of the user. Flexibility, and the new technology can be easily integrated into the system. So we can if you want to add the more clients, you can add it. Suppose if you want to remove the clients, you can remove it. Okay, flexibility, new technology, we can easily integrate with it into the system. Accessibility platforms, server can be accessed remotely and across multiple platforms. So that is one of the important advantages of client server network. So there are also some of the disadvantages of client server networks. What is that? First one is cost. More expensive in terms of hardware and network operating system. We have to spend more amount to buy the hardware items and the network items. Complexity. So experienced system administrator are required to manage the system. So complexity, that is one of the disadvantage requirements of the experienced administrators. Dependence. So when server goes down, operation will cease across the network. So that is one of the major disadvantages of client server network. Next, one important point of the important topic of this network, categories of networks or type of networks. So first one is local area networks, LAN. Second one is metropolitan area networks, MAN. Third one is wide area networks, WAN. Another two, tiny area network, campus area network. It is like a metropolitan area network. So tiny area network, campus area network, that is only two or three computers we can connect and work. We can work with that system. That is tiny area network, and campus area network. That is same like metropolitan area MAN. So local area network, it is a group of computers, so which all belong to the same organization. So and which linked within a small geographic area using a network. So and its technology also same technology. So local area network, there is a small group of computers, and it is belongs to the same organization and small geographic area, uh, and same technology using a network. And what is the data transfer speed is in a local area network, that is reach up to 10 Mbps in the Ethernet network and 1 Gbps with gigabit Ethernet. So even that local area network can reach as many as 100 or even 1000 users we can connect in a local area network. So here this local area network operating modes can be different. So that is the two types of operating modes in that local area network, that is peer-to-peer and client server network. Next one is metropolitan area network. So this network connects multiple geographically nearby local area network to one another at a high speed. So this metropolitan network lets two remote nodes communicate. So they were part of the same local area network. So this network is made from switches or router, so connected to one another with high speed links. Usually we will use that fiber optic cables for connecting the two local area network. Third one is wide area network. So wide area network connect multiple local area network to one another over great geographic distance. So maybe it is no 1000 kilometers like this, the distance will increase. The speed available on wireless area network varies depending on the cost of the connection, and maybe it's low. So that is based on the distance. So wide area network operate using router which can choose the most appropriate path for data to take to reach a network node. So this is one of the well-known wide area network is the internet. Now we will see the network characteristics. So networks are broadly classified into two types. So we know that local area networks and wide area networks. It's very important one. So here first character is geographic distribution. So main difference between the two types of network is the way in which they are geographically distributed. So a LAN is restricted to limited geographic coverage of a few kilometers. So but a WAN spans a greater distance and may extend over several thousands kilometers. Therefore, the LAN typically provide communication facilities within a building or campus. So whereas WAN maybe provide nationwide or even worldwide. That is geographic distribution. Data rate. So data rate is nothing but data transmission rates are usually much higher in local area network than wireless area network. So transmission rate in the local area network usually range from 0.2 megabit per second to 1 gigabit per second. In the other side, the transmission rates in the wireless area network usually range from 1200 bits per second to slightly over the 1 megabit per second. Next one is error rate. So local area network generally experience fewer data transmission error than wireless wide area network. So typically the error rate on the range of 10 to power of the minus 8 to 10 to power of the minus 10 with the local area network, and 10 to power of the minus 5 to 10 to power of the minus 7 is the wide area network. So next one is that communication link. So the most common communication link used in the local area network are that twisted pair cable and a coaxial cable and a fiber optic cable. So the communication links which is used in the wide area network are telephone lines, microwave links and satellite channels. These are the communication links. Next one is ownership. Ownership is nothing but it's a land is owned by a single organization because of its limited geographic coverage. So wide area network is usually formed by interconnecting of multiple local area network. So each of which may belongs to different organizations. So that therefore the administration and the maintenance complexities and the cost of local area network that are usually much lower than wide area network. That is ownership. Communication costs. So the overall communication cost of local area network are usually much lower than that of an wireless wide area network. So the main reason for this lower error and rates, that is simple routing algorithms and lower administrative and maintenance cost. So these are all the network characteristics of the networks. Now the summary of this lecture one, hopefully in this presentation you may have learned that what a computer networks and how important it is in your lives and what are the different networks types and what are the network properties and the characteristics of these networks. So this is the reference books, network theory, HTML for World Wide Web, using the World Wide Web, Internet for everyone, HTML 4.0 unleashed, teach yourself, HTML 4.0 with XML, HTML and JavaScript. So go through this book and you will get a lot of content from this book. Thank you.